Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Rockauto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Rhino USA, the leader in superior power sports accessories. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. And by Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now, this is another one that comes to us from the I wish I'd have thought of that department. It's an invention that you're going to love if you're an off-roader. And this came, Glenn, from, they say necessity is the mother of invention. What's the problem you discovered?
You know, one of the things is the, lack of any winches other than on the front of the vehicle. Talking to friends of mine that did off-roading as well, I asked them, I said, when you guys are doing what you're doing, when you're going to wreck, you're going to go face forward, into a ditch, or to a ravine or whatever. If the only place the winch can go is on the front of the vehicle, what do? You
can't access your winch. Hopefully you have a buddy, right?
Right. You have to have a friend for sure. Our snatch block set up, where it's very cumbersome. You have to, figure out how to get the right angles to be able to pull yourself up. How do you really figure that out? And so that's kind of what I set out to figure out, how to make a system where you could, put it anywhere where it's a portable winch system, porta winch, anywhere on your tube chassis. And that's what we've done. Anything from 1.5 to 2 inch diameter, you can put that on your buggy.
Yeah, so tell me what it's made of here, and you've got a standard winch in here.
Yeah, it's a standard 3,000-pound winch, right?
Which comes with it, and then the housing here, this is patented.
Right, 6061 aerospace grade aluminum.
And no one else is making this?
Nobody else making it. It's patented, yes.
And how does it attach to the roll cage?
We have 2 clamps here, and under the clamps is glued hydrometer rubber. It's a 60 hydrometer rubber. It's a very tough, strong rubber. And what it does allow you to do is it keeps it on the buggy, right? Keeps it as still as can be. Don't have any issues with that. But it does still have some flexibility so that when you are pulling it up, to lift your vehicle off the ground, to change your tires or to wash under your vehicle or whatever else you would do, it will actually adjust to the angle of that. So it actually, assists in the way it does it.
It's not just for rescuing you. There's also some other uses based on where you put it on the cage as well.
Right. Yes, you can put it on the side of the actual cage itself, and that will allow you to lift it up to change your front tire, your rear tire, something like that. You can put it on the front of your buggy to lift it up into a tree, let's say, and you can wash off the bottom of your buggy because it's very difficult with the skid plates being full of mud. You have to wash them out every single time. If you lift it up, and it'll drain a lot easier if you do that. You can lift it up in the back to be able to change the oil or get to access the engine a little bit easier. And then one of the coolest things I like about it is, when for the hunters out there that have the trail vehicles, you can actually mount it in the back of the cage near the roof, and it allows you to pull, let's say, a 175-pound buck.
Obviously, you need power, so how do you connect it to the battery?
Okay, so it has quick disconnect that that you hook up to it. Then it has a heavy gauge, 2-gauge battery cable that we use for that as well. And we provide enough lead to go to the rear of the vehicle, to the front of the vehicle, and you can take it on any side of the vehicle. You mount it on the left side of the vehicle, you have enough lead to go the front to back. Mount it on the right side of the vehicle, you can go the front to back on that one as well. You get an additional couple feet to do that with as well.
It works on your Jeep, works on your UTV, gives you tons of utility for the price of a standard winch. You're going to want this if you're an off-roader. Go check it out online. So you've been driving around lately and you are melting. Your air conditioning system is letting you down, but there's probably nothing wrong with your vehicle. It's probably just refrigerant and you need a recharge. Well, getting your R134A recharged and refilled can run you a few $100 if you take it to the shop, but now you can do it yourself at a fraction of the cost thanks to AC Avalanche. AC Avalanche is the smart way to recharge. It's affordable, it's faster, and it's easier. In fact, it's much easier than you might think. It'll work on the vast majority of cars and trucks, and it's safe for hybrids and electric vehicles too. AC Avalanche comes with a pressure gauge on the can, but a lot of cars these days have thermal expansion valves, essentially negating gauges like that, and that means you could overcharge or undercharge your system. But do not fear, because AC Avalanche took care of that problem. Every can comes with a pair of smart clips. You just stick these on the air vent and the colors will change when your car reaches the right temperature and the right amount of pressure. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Here's how you use AC Avalanche. You start your vehicle and you let it run for a few minutes, turn the air conditioning on to maximum cool and close the doors. That lets your AC system get working to its fullest capacity. And once you've done that, take the smart clips off the can and clip them both to the center air vent of the vehicle. You shake up the can like you would any kind of aerosol, and then attach the other end of the hose to the AC system. Where do you do that? Well, under the hood, you'll see 2 service ports on your air conditioning lines. We'll tap into the low side service port, and that's the port that usually has a plastic cap. It's located between the air compressor and the evaporator. The hose has a quick connector, so you pull the ring back while inserting the hose into that service port, and now you are ready to go. Push down on the button on the can and the refrigerant should start flowing, and you'll know it is flowing when the word Avalanche on the can turns from white to blue. You sweep the can from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock while AC Avalanche is flowing, and check the pressure about every 15 seconds or so. Once it reaches the range described in the chart on the can, let go of the button. Check the smart clips. One should be blue and the other should be green. If you are all charged up, if they haven't changed colors, keep on going. If you have a thermal expansion valve and your gauge is not moving, then the smart clips are all you need to go by. When they've changed colors, you are cool, literally. As an added bonus, AC Avalanche also stops leaks. That'll save you time and save you money too. So remember, you don't need to take your car to the shop if your AC needs recharging. Just get AC Avalanche. It's the smart way to recharge. It's also the affordable way to recharge. Head to the interwebs and see where you can get it, and go to acavalanche.com to find out more. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coating, so don't go away.